This is the best thing that's ever happened. I'm living my childhood all over again. There are some people that find it just a childhood game or whatever, but once they start playing, they find out that it's not as easy as they thought it would be. We get kids in here, we get adults in here. They're all amateurs, but the smiles on their faces make it all worthwhile. I host some events in here with birthday parties or church gatherings, and they all leave with a smile.
You start as a kid and you see games, and up at the YMCA we had machines at my place. I played a little bit then and there. Later when I was in college, I did sound for rock bands, and I was touring around, and we had gotten done doing sound check, and I needed something to kill time with, and I went and found an arcade, and in that arcade they had Terminator 2. And I fell in love with the game. I played it for like 3 hours straight, came back to Minneapolis, found an arcade there, kept playing, and then that's when we found out there was actually, what, there's a tournament in this? You gotta be kidding me, really? Once you open the door to that, then you find out how much is really out there. This year I'll be celebrating my 27th year of playing professional pinball. So today we're here for the state championships, and we have the top 16 players here in South Carolina. Today culminates in almost all 50 states competing at the same time. This is like our big day. This is the one day where we come together once a year and try and see who's best in each state. Those events can last 3 days, 12 hours of playing a day, so you can get quite tired by the end of the weekend. So when people sort of joke and make fun, you know, is it a sport? And it's like, well, when we play pinball, it's not just standing in front of there hitting buttons. We are physically manipulating the cabinet and moving the game around. So strength's involved, finesse is involved, nudging. It's all about nudging.
Pinball is a sport because it's not just luck. As far as the IFPA, which is the International Flipper Pinball Association, for the whole international scene, this year's championship series have over $62,000 in cash and prizes. So it can get very competitive. It's skill, and if you stay and watch, you will see how much skill our players have. I play pinball because of the love of pinball that my brother had. I grew up playing with him, but being the little sister, I wasn't taken to tournaments and things, but after he died, I missed him. I wanted to meet all the people he loved and knew out in the pinball world. He was big about the pinball community. He loved going to play and compete. He was best in the world at one point, won the national championship, but he loved it because of the people. He'd get together out in Chicago and see people he hadn't seen all year, and so I went to Chicago, tried the tournament, came back here, and said, let's do pinball here. And so my friend Brian Merritt and I co-founded the Fellowship of the Silver Ball because there was nothing in the upstate part of South Carolina at that point, and people wanted it.
Basically, Fellowship of the Silver Ball is family, pure and simple. 3 years ago, there was nothing here for us to play. You might find one game in a bowling alley or a theater, and there were groups of us who wanted to play pinball, spend time together. So we gradually found that there was a lot of people who had 2 or 3 machines, 4 or 5 machines in their garage or basement or man cave. And so what we did was got together with different people and just kept growing. We have a clubhouse right now that has about 24 to 26 machines at any given time. It's a collective of people that bring the machines in there. We started doing monthly tournaments. Beginning of the tournaments, we had probably 18, 19 people. Last 3 months, we've been averaging over 50. The nice part with Fellowship is pinball is one of those games that anybody can play.
There's a place for everyone and everything. And people of all ages, all races, all religions, all politics agree pinball is great, and we set aside our differences and love each other and have a great time.
It's turned out to be one wonderful ride.
Come do it with us. Let's see how you hold up.